You might want to sit down. This is going to be a long story. Yeah. It began about 5 years before my dad's death. It all began about 5 years before my dad's death, when I was still quite young. I was quite more the adventurer. I roamed everywhere where I went. I traveled wherever I went. Did whatever I want. It wasn't until I met someone who was my friend. His name was Aaron Yeager. He was a calm. Yes, I was friends with a calm. He and I hanged out together. He was a good friend of mine. We did everything together. We fought, mainly for fun. We ate. We laughed. And of course, we cried. We did almost everything together. We were truly friends. Of course, I knew about what happened in 1962, but I told myself that there was no way that was going to happen in between my friendship with Aaron Yeager. It wasn't until I had a huge argument with someone else who I thought was my friend. Who was he? It's kind of a complicated story, but I'll tell you later. He told me that nothing lasts forever and all that crap. And to be honest, he was actually from another universe. So I told him to leave this universe and never ever to return. If I ever see him again, I will not hesitate to kill him. So he left. Not before saying that my friendship with Aaron Yeager will not last. I kind of rolled my eyes and growled at that. I walked away after that. Only this time, for once, my other friend that I talked about, for once, he was actually right for once for this time. Because Aaron discovered that humanity, not the humans who worship him and his people as gods, but he came to realize that humanity outside of his island was a threat. He wanted to kill every human. And he even discovered the rivalry between our people. And he even discovered that my grandfather was responsible for the death of his grandparents. I tried to talk some sense into him, but he ended up punching me in the face. That's when I really lost my temper at that moment. From now on, we were no longer friends. We were enemies, rivals. We fought for quite a while, until eventually I gained the upper hand. And before I can send my other friend, before I can burn him to a crisp, before I had a chance to kill him, I was ambushed. I was attacked by another Kong who I thought was my friend. Who was he? His name? Well, for starters, he was the most feared Kong to ever lived on Skull Island. His name was Levi Arkerman. But my wounds were too severe. I fell to the ground. I saw everything else before Levi can even do anything or say anything. Immediately out of nowhere, my father attacked him, saving my life. The fight lasted for almost about 3 hours, but eventually my father gained the upper hand, came towards my side and helped me up. Just like that, we left, never returning to Skull Island ever again. The war between the Godzillas and the Kongs had just resumed again. And remember that I said that Rapunzel was my previous ex-girlfriend? The truth is actually the opposite. Because the Kongs had Godzilla on their side. That Godzilla was Meek Sarkerman, my original ex-girlfriend. I tried to convince her to come with me and leave, but she said that she could never leave Aaron's side. So she broke up with me and left. My friends wanted so badly to kill her, but part of me still loved her. So I made sure to tell them not to lay a hand on her. If they ever lay a hand on her, I will have no hesitation to attack and beat the living crap out of them. To this day, I still think about her. So, there you have it. Wow. I'm so sorry that happened to you. It's fine. Still looking forward to getting my revenge on Aaron. Meeks, on the other hand, I don't want to hurt her. I can tell you and her must be close. I still love you, though, or I always will. And I'll never change. Because you're more important to me than anyone else. I care about you more than anyone else. Super Final Wars. I mean that, or I care about you more than anyone else. Because you're not only my real soulmate, you are my girlfriend. Mine and mine alone. I belong to you, and you belong to me. That's not going to change. I love you so much. I love you too.